Hello everyone. Harry and Meghan Markle finally lost their titles. Royal family's Balmoral visit will decide. Finally, the moment we've been waiting for is here. Hopefully, everything goes according to plan. I know you're just as excited as I am for the moment when traitors Meghan and Harry are stripped of their titles. And of course, the moment there'll be nobody anymore, things are really going to be unpredictable. It has just come to light that the titles of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle may potentially be in jeopardy, according to insiders located within the royal family. I have so much to react to that breaking news keeps taking it over, but we'll get to a lot of the stuff that I've been missing. This one just came across my eyes, and I felt the need to bring it to you. I hope you enjoy it. As the king prepares to hold the Balmoral summit, the royal titles of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are in jeopardy. It is important to note that their titles are reportedly going to be discussed during this visit to Balmoral, which is scheduled to take place the following week when the royal family will be gathering for their traditional summer vacation. Now, according to a highly well-placed source over at Express UK, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will be the topic of discussion during what has been dubbed a royal family summit. The summit will focus on how the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will fit into the royal family over the next 10 years. There are a lot of topics that they will be discussing during their visit to Balmoral, but one of those topics will be the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. The fact that the meeting at Balmoral is not only a summer vacation is something that most people are unaware of. In addition, the family takes part in meetings that have been pre-arranged, during which they discuss the current situation of the family and how they might achieve the greatest possible preparation for the future. The previous year was mostly focused on paying tribute to the Queen, and it was the first time the King had hosted the event since she passed away. However, this year will be about determining how the family can proceed in the most effective manner without the Sussexes. Not only will the tours that Harry and Meghan are going to take, as well as their impending trip to Canada, be subject to discussion, but also their titles and peerages will be up for debate. The fact that they are currently on set to participate in this quasi-royal tour is extremely annoying due to the fact that it is not a royal tour at all. They are attempting to make it appear and sound as though they are on a royal tour trip to Colombia. On the other hand, the late Queen bestowed upon them their titles on the day that they tied the knot, which was on May 19, 2018. The Duke of Sussex, Earl of Dumbarton, and Baron Keeley are the formal titles that Perry holds among his titles. To add insult to injury, Queen Elizabeth II also bestowed upon him the title of Knight Commander of the Royal Victorian Order. Duchess of Sussex, Countess of Dumbarton, and Baroness of Keeley are the formal titles that Meghan Markle holds in her realm of authority. This woman is without a doubt the Countess of Dumbarton, isn't she? Anyway, this is a significant matter because, as you probably already know, they have been requested to refrain from using the "stop rolling up there." The mutiny against the royal family appears to have been sparked by the fact that they have been urged to refrain from using Her Royal Highness and His Royal Highness to address the situation. It will be a different situation when it comes to the Sussexes' peerages. According to the source, even if it will be simple for King Charles to strip the Sussexes of their bestowed titles, such as Prince, for example, with the removal of any peerages, there is the possibility of a challenge being lodged. Therefore, this is something that must be negotiated with the utmost caution. Both Her Royal Highness and the title of Prince are privileges bestowed upon her by the sovereign, and it is not very simple to take away any of them. However, in order to revoke Harry's dukedom, earldom, and barony, an act of parliament will be required. This measure has the potential to create a great deal of unneeded complications and is intended to attract my attention. According to the source, if Harry were to lose his title as prince, it would mean that Archie and Littlebit would also lose their titles. Are you happy that they keep using the royal title and going around scamming people like that? I just want to ask everyone, what do you think about Meghan's children? It's true that there is no confirmation that they really exist yet. However, assuming they really exist, what is your attitude towards the children? Do you want them to be stripped of royal titles? If so, comment number 1 and comment number 2 if you don't want them to have royal titles. However, at present, the children would be permitted to use the Dumbarton titles, and their parents would be referred to as the Sussexes rather than the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. You have no idea how incredible it would be. It is something that they would despise. They would make a big deal out of it by victimizing it. There would be a large number of them up there. However, I am not even interested in listening to the complete quote. To be honest, all of this appears to be a highly improbable occurrence. My gut tells me that they had no intention of causing this much tension and drama in the first place. It is hard for me to see the royal family intending to stir up this much controversy, since it would stir up such a hornet's nest. Having said that, they ought to. It is imperative that they do so. From what we've seen with Parliament, however, it is a more delicate situation. But I'm willing to wager that Parliament would be in the red as well. The fact that Harry and Meghan have been so stung by this Balmoral snub is only exacerbated by the fact that all of this has occurred. These individuals have been upset, but they are not surprised by the decision of the royal family to exclude them from the annual summer celebration that the firm hosts. More information is pouring in. Following their departure from royal life, the Duke and Duchess have been barred from attending the great majority of events that have been invited to them. Considering that you left the royal life, I am curious as to why. Suffering from cancer. The fact that Prince Archie has only been seen by King Charles a few times and that Princess Littlebet has only crossed paths with him once is extremely unfortunate. Her father, Thomas Markle, has never had the opportunity to meet the children. Not a single time. Neither she nor her spouse had ever met. It's strange, considering everything he's done for her. The notion that he is a terrible person is something that they try to spread, but he did a lot more for her and his family than that. It doesn't matter to me what he brought in for a tabloid once. You will continue to be there for your family. Who were the ones who brought you up and took care of you and compensated for all that was done? As time has gone on, I've also learned that you paid for your mother. Things that are shady, and dodgy. Despite this, it would appear that the Montreux is not planning on coming into contact with the Sussexes in the near future, because Harry and Meghan are not even on speaking terms at this point. The fact that they are not invited does not exactly come as a surprise to them. However, it seems to be a direct assault on their person, with the intention of causing them pain and humiliation. Pride and damaged sentiments are not the only factors at play here. The persistent narrative that their family misfits continue to get food has extremely negative consequences for them. These consequences are exceedingly unpleasant. Littlebet, often known as Lily, was introduced to Charles for the very first time at the Platinum Jubilee celebrations she attended with the Queen. This is not a choice that would have been made casually in any circumstance. It is necessary for him to make a judgment based on the recommendations of his team. Grant Harrell, who had previously served as the monarch's royal butler, disclosed this information to the Post in an exclusive interview. In the event that they had been ignored, Harry and Meghan would not have been very pleased. They would consider it to be malicious. It would demonstrate that the relationship between the families has reached a stage where it is no longer possible to save it. Harrell, who worked for Charles for 7 years, stated that he is certain that the monarch is eager to meet his grandkids, since he is a family man. The grandkids will not be affected in any way by this conflict, which is something that everyone would agree could be said. According to a source close to the situation, the rejection has an effect on the brand of Harry and Meghan, as well as their morale, as it has the potential to place them in a more precarious position. Now that they are in this position, they are being compelled to devise a plan to strike back. It is possible that Meghan may go all out and reveal everything that she knows about the situation. Not only the titles, Harry has to be removed from the succession period. He is a risk to the lives of William, George, Charlotte and Louis. All titles should be removed. They have proven again and again and again that they have zero respect for the monarchy. Harry's prince title should be put into abeyance until he and his wife divorce. You know she will address herself as princess, and she has disrespected the titles from the start. To hold such titles comes with respect, dignity, class, and loyalty, all of which they have trashed to the extreme. Why some people are saying that they don't want to upset them, and it might look petty. What about the hurt, disrespect, and pain they caused the late Queen and Prince Philip? Sick to death of the pair of them. Honestly, people have been complaining for the past few years. King and Parliament are not listening. That's what irks me. King is not thinking of crown, just his ego. He's a hypocrite. The new Prime Minister is anti-monarchist. So that's going down well, and he's woke too. Look to the King and Parliament, who are not listening. About the children. Show and proof that your kids are really royal blood before giving them the title Prince or Princess. You hate the royal family, and you want unalive yourself. But you want to make sure your kids, who no one knows, have the title. Once they have titles, you deprive them to know their royal background. Refuse to let them meet their grandfather. OMG, Meghan is such a fraud. In light of the subjects that I have just covered, what are your thoughts? I am looking forward to reading your thoughts down below. We are appreciative of your support and for watching us. If you want to show your support for us even more, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel by ringing the bell. Goodbye, and I hope to see you again.